Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for today's video. I am very excited about this one. We have a new Colourpop launch and it's a new Disney launch, and you guys know how excited I get for the Disney launches. So I'm going to be reviewing today the new Colourpop Winnie the Pooh collection. Oh my gosh, is this not the cutest thing you ever did see? Because I saw this and I was like, I cannot wait. So I'm actually filming this like super late at night. I'm gonna put this up on launch day. I was not expecting it to come today. I was expecting it to come tomorrow, which I was gonna be gone tomorrow, so I didn't even think I could do a video on this. So I do apologize for like the lighting. I usually film in the day, so it is what it is, but it's still gonna be showing up true to color. It's just not as bright in the background as my typical videos. But anyways, so excited about this launch. It should be launching today. I think I'm gonna upload this video super early, which I really should be packing right now and getting other stuff done, but I had to do this collection. So the little Colourpop insert here says time for a little smackerel, which it's so cute. Oh my gosh, my husband always says small smackerel all the time, and we were just like talking about the other day. I'm like, have you actually seen Winnie the Pooh? And he's like, yeah, I used to watch it all the time. And then we were looking up like YouTube videos of Pooh saying like small smackerel on YouTube like literally last week. So I thought that was so funny that this collection came out and then the card just says time for a little smackerel. So I just thought that was so adorable. So this collection, like I said, is launching today as I'm filming this video on Colourpop at the usual time of 10 a.m. PST. I'll have a link down below in my affiliate code. I think it still works, 5LeahJanae, if you guys want to save $5 off. But I'm going to show you what's all in this collection. So let's start out. I always like to start out with the eyeshadow palette. So this is the packaging. I just think they really nailed the packaging of this collection. It just feels so cute, so fun, and very spring-like, just so Pooh Bear. I love it. So this is the Sweet As Can Be eyeshadow palette, and then the shades on the back. And the actual product looks exactly the same as the packaging. And I like that the pans are set up in like little honeycomb, so it does come with 10 shades. It is definitely more of a neutral palette, but I like that we have some warm tones, we have some greens in here. I've been loving greens lately, and I do love my neutrals, so I do like the colors in here. I think they're very fun. I will also include swatches for you that I did of all of the colors in here, and this is going to be $18. Now we also have 3 Super Shock cheeks, which are pretty much all highlighters in the collection, which are based off of these really pretty honey gold tones. So this is the little boxes on them, and they do have a Winnie the Pooh kind of stamped on the actual product, and then they look like this. So this one here I grabbed, this one is Silly Old Bear. All of these have kind of a golden tone to them. This is just a really light pearlized gold. Next is the medium shade, and this one is 100 Acre Wood. And this one definitely has more yellow tones to it. But if you guys haven't tried the Super Shock cheeks, they're like a cream highlight formula. So pretty and glimmery, and they're one of my favorites from Colourpop. So that one's just a little bit darker. And we also have the deep version, which this one is Mind Over Matter. It's kind of bronzy. So for me, I could definitely use this as a Super Shock eyeshadow. They pretty much work the same as the eyeshadows. So that one is Mind Over Matter, and those are the 3 tones. I love that they have a light, a medium, and a deep tone. Those are going to be $10 each, or you can get the set for $27. Next up, now this is adorable. This is a lip set that they have. It's called Just a Taste of Honey. I love the little honey drips on the packaging, and you have your 3 Luxe lip glosses in here. They just really outdid themselves with this one. It's so cute. So it comes with 3 different shades of nudes. I love this gloss formula. It has a little bit of pigment, but they're just really comfortable on the lips. And then the actual gloss tubes have the little honeycombs on top, and then Winnie the Pooh is on here, and he's looking at the different bees on the packaging. So the first shade, this is the light nude. This is the lightest nude, called Clover Honey. So it won't really show up so much on my skin, but you get the gist of it. The medium shade is Wildflower Honey. And I wouldn't say that these smell like honey. They smell like the regular lip gloss formula. So this is just going to add a little bit of like a brown. And then the deepest one, this one is Dandelion Honey, which is kind of like that chocolatey brown, but It's pretty light, but once you like get it on the lips, I think you do get a little bit more pigment, but on my hand it just looks very light. So those are the glosses. And then the last thing in the collection is actually this, which might be my favorite thing. It's the Honey Pot Lip Scrub and Mask Duo, and wait till you see how cute these are. So this is how the lip mask and lip scrub comes. It's a freaking honey pot. Oh my gosh, and the little honey scooper. I was dead at this. When I opened it up, I was like, oh my gosh, that is literally the cutest thing I have ever seen in my life. Like, they really nailed that. Definitely the best packaging for the lip scrubs and lip masks, hands down. I'm always like kind of skipping over those, and I never really recommend them because there's always so many, but this is too cute. And I love that it has the little honey scooper as well. Oh my gosh. So yeah, both the lip scrub and the lip mask look like that, and then the top just pops right off, and it actually, both of them are honey scented as well. They smell incredible. So definitely nailed that one. That is going to be $16. I feel like that's going to sell out because it's pretty cute. And that is everything in this collection. It's not like a super huge collection. I think it's the perfect amount, just a smaller curated collection, which I actually love, because sometimes when these videos have like 20 things in the collection, it can be a bit overwhelming. But yeah, I think it's the perfect amount. So that's a look at everything with swatches. Let's go ahead and get into how I did this look, testing out the products. All right guys, so I'm gonna start off trying out the lip scrub and lip mask, which are probably the cutest thing in the collection. I'll just try applying it with the little honey scooper. I feel like my lips are so dry today, and I probably have foundation on them, so this will get them off. It looks so much better already. Let's dip into the mask. It feels like the same formula as the other ones that they have in the collection. Super nice, very moisturized. Lips are feeling great. Let's get into the eyeshadow palette, which I'm probably second most excited for here. It is kind of a neutral palette. Let's go ahead and we'll do a little bit of the yellow, think, in the crease. It's a pretty good one. I would say it has good pigment. I think Colourpop does usually a good job with their yellows, and this is like the perfect Winnie the Pooh yellow. Just building a little bit there. I'm gonna mix a little bit of smackaroo in there, which I'm surprised it doesn't say smackarole, but it says smackaroo. This is like a glittery matte, and I'm also gonna place this in the crease, mixing with the gold, which is kind of making it more orangey looking. All right, next we're gonna dip into Best Friends. In the outer corner, I'm just using the same brush. This one is a little fallout heavy too. It seems like those, I guess they call them sequin colors that have like the mattes with glitter, do have that extra kick up. So just be careful when you're dipping in to really tap off the excess, because it's a little messy. So this color is not as dark as I would like it to be. Definitely gonna take some building. I don't think it's their best brown, personally. I think that's about as deep as it's gonna get here. I am going to dip into this green, which it might look weird with this look, but I just want to see it on the eyes. This one is Sing Ho. That's a really pretty shimmer. It's kind of a deeper green. And I always just use my fingers for the Colourpop shimmers typically. Let me try this green, which is Honey Tree. This one's a little bit brighter. That's in the inner portion a bit, just kind of going over that. And then I'm going to dip into Make Believe to kind of tie in more of the golden tones, and just placing that in the very inner portion. And just kind of pressing that in with my fingertips. I'm going to try a little bit of Pooh Bear on the lower lash line, maybe mix in with the Best Friends color together. Alright, so that's kind of what I'm doing for the eyes. I think the under eyes got a little more orangey than I wanted, but that's okay. We're gonna clean that up with some concealer, add some mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I got most of the rest of my makeup on. I'm gonna go ahead and try one of the highlights. So of course they have 3 really fun golden highlights in the collection, and I'm gonna use 100 Acre Wood, which is the more medium one, and it's kind of more yellowy, but I wanna see how this looks on the cheeks. So yeah, it kind of has that golden look to it, like a little shifty, but very pretty overall. Then I did line my lips already since we're using a gloss. I know they're not going to be super pigmented, but I went ahead and lined with the Huda Beauty Warm Brown lip liner. And for lip gloss, I think we'll go again with the medium shade, which is the Wildflower Honey. It actually is more opaque than I thought, but I think that the lip liner went with it perfectly. Such a pretty medium, like honey toned nude. But I think that is the look. Trying out the products, let's get into my final thoughts on the collection. So for my final thoughts on this collection and some comparisons, of course, I do think this is adorable. I think they did a really good job on it. As far as the eyeshadow palette goes, I think this is a nice palette. It's not my favorite quality-wise from Colourpop, but we did get a really pretty look out of it. I think the shimmers are beautiful, but the mattes are like that sequin matte formula. It's a little bit too much powder kick up and not enough depth for me, especially with this brown I use. I was not like super impressed with that shade. This quality reminds me a lot of like the Bambi palettes that Colourpop did last year, which wasn't my favorite formula from them. So sometimes their formula can be a little bit hit or miss. I don't think this is a bad palette at all. I think it has great tones in it. And again, I love those shimmers. I think they did such a good job with the greens in here and the gold. Gorgeous, but the mattes, especially the darker ones, could just use a little bit more, but I still do enjoy the palette, of course. And what it kind of compares to a little bit, I just kind of grabbed some. I'm going to just show you them side by side. I don't have a time to do full swatches, but it did remind me a bit of the Colourpop Limoncello palette. This is one of my favorites from them, and I'm just getting very similar tones here, especially with the greens and like the warm tones mixed. It's just missing like the blues. Otherwise, like they'd be pretty similar here. The greens are a little different in tone though, I will say, but it did remind me of that one just a bit. I wanted to compare it next to one of my favorite neutral palettes, which is the Wild Nothing. So that is those side by side. I would not say these are really that similar, but it does have like the fun green in there. But this one's a little bit more darker. You can build more depth with the Winnie the Pooh palette. And then I just kind of grabbed this Raw Beauty Christie one to see. I mean, it kind of reminds me of it. They're like both kind of forest themed. Raw Beauty Christie's has a little bit more punch, a little bit more color to it, but I just kind of wanted to compare them next to each other. So I wouldn't say anything's like too spot on. The closest one would probably be Limoncello. There could be some more that I'm just missing, but I just kind of wanted to do a couple comparisons. I think the Super Shock cheeks are so cute in this collection. I always recommend these, and I actually found them to be a little bit more unique in color than some of the other ones I've tried, because they do have more of that yellow undertone to them, especially the one that I have on now, which is the 100 Acre Wood. I also love the Silly Old Bear one though, so I think these are definitely a hit in the collection. I also love this gloss set, you guys. I think these are really nice colors to have. Such a good formula, and the packaging on these, they just really nailed it. And you already know I would 100% recommend the little lip mask and lip scrubs. That is just the cutest thing, and I love that they smell so good like honey, and the packaging is just too much for me. So of course those are a recommend. So overall I think this collection really killed it. I really loved it. I just wish the eyeshadow palette was just a little bit more, it could be a little bit better for me, but oh my gosh, everything else in the collection was so good. I had so much fun at trying out this collection today. Let me know your thoughts down below if you guys will be picking this one up. I'm so curious to see what other Disney collabs they have up their sleeves in the future for us. Also, I really wish I got that super cute plushie. I feel like Trend Mood always gets like extra goodies in her Colourpop boxes, but I know they have like a huge PR list, so it would be really hard to send that to absolutely everybody. But I'm gonna go ahead and post some more swatches on my Instagram if you guys want to see up close and personal. But I think that's everything I have to say about this. So glad I did this video tonight, and maybe while you're watching this I'll be on my way to Palm Springs. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.